Hello everyone, welcome to the next session in our monthly current affairs series, and today we'll be starting with the science and tech. Science and tech today will take up two sessions, two subtopics, that is human health and disease, and secondly that is biotechnology. Within the human health and disease, we'll talk about the genetic disease in totality. Four genetic disease we'll discuss, and in the biotechnology we'll discuss genome sequencing and the IndGen program. Right? Let's start. So the first one, that is human health and disease, starting with the genetic diseases. Four major genetic diseases we should know, starting with is sickle cell anemia, thalassemia, hemophilia, and Turner syndrome. Right? Starting with the first one, that is thalassemia. What is thalassemia? What is genetic disease that is passed from one generation to the other? Very easy to understand. Thalassemia is when your RBC starts to malfunction. There is a malfunctioning of your RBC, right? Right. So you can see in the normal times you have, these are the simple RBC, WBC, platelets, we all know that. And these are the malperforming RBCs. Now this is what happens in thalassemia. So it's an inherited blood disorder that reduces the production of the hemoglobin itself. Now when the oxygen carrier in your RBC is production is reduced, then you're bound to have the anemia, because your red blood cells will not be recuperated, right? Your red blood cells will be having a lot of problems. Hence, symptoms you can see: dark urine, undergrowth and development in the children, fatigue, low pale skin, bold deformities in the skin, hemophilia. Hemophilia we'll see. So these are the problems associated with the thalassemia. Check. Chalo. So very quickly, yes, the cure, there is no cure of it except the bone marrow transplantation. Yeah, management can be done, but the cure is only bone marrow transplantation when your RBCs will be replaced. But and if you don't want to do that, if the person suffering from that don't want to do that, so regular blood transfusion can be done for prolonged life, right? Very importantly, thalassemia is now included in a disability, right? It is not no more a health issue, it's a disability, because that person has to be, it's a kind of a disability itself, right? When you're not having enough RBCs in your blood count. So home remedies, for example, to increase your iron content. For example, a lot of 52% of the adolescent girls are having the anemia problem. Our health National Family Health Survey says that. So anemia is a common problem, and thalassemia is the one of the causes of anemia. One of the causes which is genetic in nature. I hope that's easy to understand. So consuming more calcium, food rich in zinc, increase consumption of folic acid, limiting iron intake, increasing volume E intake, and all these things. Now, government initiative and the CSR initiative, it's a good initiative you can use in your mains exam as well. That Ministry of Family and Health Affairs launched the second phase of the Thalassemia Bal Seva Yojana for underprivileged thalassemic patients. We all know how costly this bone marrow transplantation is and blood transfusion is. It's really costly. So what about the underprivileged persons or children, those who are having this problem? So with the help of the Coal India CSIR fund, funded the hepatic stem cell transplantation program, right? So with which the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has started this particular program. In India, we have the very endemic problem, that is more than 40 million carriers and more than 1 lakh patients are there. So it is known as the thalassemia capital of the world as well. Okay? So this is the thalassemia. So first one, that is thalassemia because of the malfunction RBC and low production of your hemoglobin. Second, similar to it, that is sickle cell anemia. Anemia, again a common problem. The reason behind it, that is sickle cell, that is the normal hemoglobin. You can see a round, when a round hemoglobin, it flows through quickly. This is a round hemoglobin, it has to go through the veins and it is going through smoothly. But when it becomes sticky, when the hemoglobin, this is the hemoglobin, when it becomes sticky, So it sticks. So in a pipe, for example, imagine like in a pipe, something round like a small ball goes smoothly, but something is sticky sticks. So the blood flow problem that is there, and that is when, because of this sickle cell, this anemia problem is there, then it is known as the sickle cell anemia. Okay. So it's a genetic blood disorder that results in the deformation and the breakdown of the RBCs. Most common inherited blood disorder that can be acquired from either or both parents who carry the defective gene. Normally, hemoglobin is smooth, round, disc shaped, and flexible, allowing RBC to flow smoothly through our bloodstream. So this is what sickle cell anemia is. Very clearly in this diagram also you can see how RBCs are there. Very, if they are circular and in the regular shape, very easily they can pass through. But when they are in a sickle cell, then you can see choking has been done. So the blood flow creates a problem. So this is sickle cell anemia. So the gene code for the hemoglobin mutate ho jata hai. The gene code mutates. We'll discuss about gene code a bit today as well. So gene code mutate, and because of which this sickle cell forms. So abnormal sticky hemoglobin forms the cord rod that clump together distorted shape of the RBCs. The distorted RBC becomes curved and rigid, taking shape of C-shaped sickle, and hence the name. ठीक, चलिए. Hemophilia, the second one, third one that is there, hemophilia. So hemophilia again blood related problem, that is you can see in a healthy one what happens. There's a normal blood cell, something happened, for example some cut happened, and the blood has the capacity to form the clots. So clotting happens after a time. But in the hemophilia, what happens? If that is the clots do not form. Here, after the hemorrhage, the clots do not form. Okay? So it leads to prolonged bleeding, symptoms being skin bruises, pain and stiffness around the joints, and urine in the blood and the stool. Because your bleeding is not stopping. When the bleeding is not stopping, you're bound to have the anemia. Hai? Again, anemia is the common thing. The reasons can be different. Then it's possible to live with the hemophilia and manage the condition. Tips, for example, you can think of the tips. For example, avoid such injuries, avoid physical activities that can cause injury and result in bleeding, for example intensive sports. Avoid blood thinning medications. For example, some of the medications that we take that has an impact on our blood. For common people it doesn't matter, but for people suffering from hemophilia, they need to focus on it. It is the best way to avoid the counter medicine like aspirin and ibuprofen, very common medicines, right? Clean your teeth and gum thoroughly so that bleeding does not, gum bleeding and all these things do not happen. Gum bleeding ho na, wahan pe bhi nahi rukega. It will not stop there. It will continuously bleed because the clotting ability is being hampered. Get tested regularly for blood infections and get your doctor advice on the other vaccinations. The last of the genetic disease, that is Turner syndrome. Now, Turner syndrome is one of the chromosome is missing, one of the X chromosome that is missing. Okay. So chromosome disease affecting only the females. So males are not included here. It is the females which is there, and one of the sexual pairs XX na female one is missing. So all the things that are there, for example, that are developed in a women as compared to men, for example the breast, for example you can see the minimum breast development, lack of pubic hair, ovarian, some problems in the ovary side that are specific to female, specific to female gender or sex I should say. So those problems will happen with the women, that is known as the Turner syndrome. So medical and developmental issues, for example short height, failure of ovaries to develop, and heart defects. So this is your Turner's syndrome. So it happens when one of the X chromosome is missing. It occurs in one in the 2500 live birth, and it has a different kinds of the remedies. Next, so that's done. Genetic disease, we have discussed 4 genetic diseases. Okay, 3 related to blood and 1 that is Turner syndrome. Next is savior sibling concept. From the name itself, savior sibling, matlab one sibling is saving the other. So one sibling, one of the sibling babies that are created only to serve the older sibling. That is, for example, a couple is there. They have a first child, but that first child has some problem. For example, bone marrow has to be or has to be transplanted and these things. Then one of the options that is given, that is to have the couple to have another child. When you have the another child, that's bone marrow will be transplant to the first one, right? She was born to, for example, Kavya, she was born to save her brothers, quite literally so. India's first savior siblings, created to serve a older sibling as a donor of the organ, bone marrow, and the cell. The important thing is that the first time it is happening in India. So that's the idea that becomes very very important. Okay. So stem cells from the umbilical cord of the savior siblings are used for the treatment of serious blood disorders, the thalassemia, sickle cell anemia. Understood, right? We have previously discussed that, and in continuation to that, savior sibling concept. Zoo infection. What is this infection? This infection is a bacterial infection, first of all, right? Bacterial leaf blight disease in the rice. A bacterium called zoo, XOO, right? So, question, you can expect question, zoo infection is in news. What is this infection? It's a human, it's an animal, something like that. No, it's for the rice variety, paddy plants. Okay. It's a blight disease, bacterial, and it causing a huge yield losses of cultivation throughout the world. Okay. So this is your zoo infection. That's all with respect to human health and disease. And I'll discuss one topic of the biotechnology and we will wrap the session. That is Indigen initiative. Indigen initiative. So, for example, Indigen initiative 6-month data has been analyzed. We'll discuss in detail what this Indigen initiative is. First, let us come to very small idea. We all know plant cell, animal cell. Within the animal cell, both in animal cell and plant cell, we have a cell, right? Small cells. This is the animal cell. Animal cell, you have a cell, you have a nucleus, and you have a chromosome, right? Very small 8th class understanding, but very very important. This year prelims, one question has been asked to compare your plant cell and the animal cell. Very small vacuoles, size of these things, small things has come. Mitochondria, chromosome, है ना? So keep in mind कि भाई in which you have the cell wall, in which you have the membrane, है ना, cell membrane and all these things. Very small table is there in your NCERT. Do see that. So the chromosome is there. Within the chromosome, you have the DNA, right? A set of DNA is known as the gene, right? And in the DNA, you have the nucleotide base pairs. That is your overall idea. What is a genome? Genome is basically complete set of the DNAs. So you have the DNA and the complete set of the DNA. All the files of the DNA are known as the genome. That's all the chromosomes which houses the DNA and the genes. Genes क्या है? A set is one of the set or one of the sections of your DNA that is known as the gene. Very small definitions. You just need to know that. ठीक है? So it genome. Now we all our genetic information, we all know that is that it covered in the DNA. All that information in DNA, and now you compile all the DNA. That means that genome has all the information that is required for us to be defined. For example, how we look, what are problems we are having, what are the diseases we are having, why our one for example, I have some problem in my one hand, so why this problem is there, that can be identified from that genome, because all our information is there in that particular genome. Okay. So it is essentially a blueprint of ours, right? So it is can be understood through the process describing the sequencing. So genome sequencing is means deciphering the exact order of the base pair in the individual. So basically file hai, that the file of the DNA, all the DNAs. So genome sequencing means to arrange them, or to know them, how to understand, read this file. You have the file, that is the complete DNA at one side. So genome sequencing is how to read this file. Now reading this file is a big, very challenging task, right? It has been seen. Next question comes, why these initiatives? The idea is very easy. The diseases are increasing, our normal lifestyle and all these things, and the science and tech and the medical words have progressed to the next level. So the idea is that we can if we have the data related to an organism, for example, very small example, for example, my genome sequencing is done, then I will be able to identify bhai ki what are the problems I'll be having in my body. I'll be able to know that in the future I have a tendency to develop, for example, a blood pressure or a diabetes or an X disease or a Y disease or a Z disease. If I know that, I can take preventive steps. A right time intervention can be done, so I can avoid a lot of cost later on, to myself, to my family, financially, emotionally, and all kind of things, right? So genome mapping will help in that way. It will help government to allocation of the resources. For example, they identify that 65% of the, for example, hypothetical, 65% of the people are prone to diabetes, let's say. So what they will do, they will focus more on Fit India. They will try to include that in your PHC, CHC, and every level, primary health center, community health center, and all these things. So this is what they expect us to, they expect from the genome mapping. And for that purpose, you have these many initiatives coming up. In India, we have Indigen initiative. They have mapped around 1,000 people. 1,029 Indians have been mapped, right? And all the genome sequencing have been done. For example, the project aims for the researchers to develop therapy for various diseases, including cancer, its completion, and they have analyzed the genome of these healthy Indians. Very quickly, let us understand. Now we have understood. So CSIR and CSIR is a nodal authority and Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology and Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology. These are the two institutions. It is culmination of 6-month project. 1,000 Indians had their genome scanned in detail, objective to test if it's possible to rapidly and reliably scan several genomes and advise people on the health risks that are manifest in their genes, to understand the variations and the frequency of certain genes that are known to be linked with the disease. India, led by CSIR, first sequenced an Indian genome in 2009. So in 2009, right, we tried to sequence it, but we were not able to scale it up. But now we have the means, and we now are progressing to have this properly being done. For that also, we have this Genome India project. So it's an ambitious gene mapping project in India, and described as the first scratching of the surface of the vast genetic diversity in India. Department of Biotechnology is heading it. It hopes to form a grid after collecting 1,000 samples in the first phase from across the India to arrive at a representative Indian genome. Why? Because Indian diversity, genetic diversity, very huge genetic diversity, northeastern versus the southeastern, right? Northeastern people versus South Indian, North Indian, South Indian, Western may be similar to North Indian, but very, very genetic diversity is there. Tribals, for example, right? So you have such a huge genetic diversity. Hence, we need to have a samples across the country. For example, 1,029 people, those who have been mapped, they're also across the country. Okay. So it hopes to from the grid. It involves 20 leading institutions, including Institute of Science in Bangalore and the few IITs, to complete this particular project. At the world level, what has happened, that is Human Genome Project, that is started in 1990s. That is how we will develop the process to read this genome, and it has completed in 2003. And the work of this Human Genome Project happened in the USA, in National Institute of Health USA, Department of Energy USA. It has given us the ability to read the nature's complete genetic blueprint for building a human being. Okay. So it's an international research effort to determine the gene sequencing of the entire human genome. So that is the Human Genome Project. Okay. So that's all for today. That's all for this particular session. We'll see you in the next session. Today we have discussed human health and disease, 4 genetic diseases we have discussed, zoo infection, and one related to that particular thalassemia, Bal Seva Yojana. Secondly, we came to BT biotechnology, and we have talked about the genome sequencing. The one of the project happened, that is at the world level, which has facilitated the other countries. Then India, 2009 we started, but not able to do. Recently we have finished the 6-month survey. You can expect one question from the prelims from this side of things now. DNA, nucleotide, So थोड़ा सा NCERT में जाके only 10th class till NCERT, that is sufficient. If you want to read more, go to 12th class NCERT, DNA, nucleotide, all these things.